Hi, my name is Zane Fredericks. I'm a recovering drug addict, ex-gangster, and ex-prison gang member. I started with drugs at the age of 12. I was introduced to drugs while bunking school. Understand? And drugs was like an open thing in our community. Not maybe open, but it used to be enclosed things, smoking in yards, smoking on fields, smoking cabins, drug dens and so on. Boys and girls, every day different crowds, different people, but always the same thing, and that was drugs and alcohol. On school, we used to check my timetable to see what class I can bunk. We used to run off, we either go run to the drug houses and come back to school, or we used to go run to the bunking spot. And there used to be a lot of bunking spots, but basically you had to buy drugs to get in. When I was in school, I used to buy a parcel of dacha, and then I used to sell it on school. The people that used to smoke, I used to sell Touran sticks, or I used to sell them rolled joints. And we used to sell it to them before school, during intervals, and after school. That became basically my income. They target the young generation now because why? They're supposed to keep this thing going on. And youngsters fall for it easily because they want to fit in. You want to be part of the group. You don't want to be the outsider, because you're the outsider. That is basically when problems start arising. You're not with the cliques that sell drugs, or maybe do drugs, or go to parties, and then you start getting picked on. And because of people picking on you and so on, you decide then you want to be part of the group, and then so that is how they start joining gangs. And once you're into a gang, you have to buy to their rules. As you have to go to war when they war, you have to fight, you have to steal. For 50 rand, you prepared maybe to take a person's life for 50 rand just so that you can support your drug habit. Stealing from your parents. You will end up in institutions, in madhouses, or you will end up in jail, serving long sentences for a cell phone or maybe a laptop, just to support your drug habit. After my mother caught me using drugs, and then then the tackies and the clothes and the money, spending money she used to give me, that was no more, and I basically had to earn it myself. And then I resorted to carrying parcels of dacha from one place to another thing for merchants, and then after that I started to do crime. The more I did it, the deeper I got into crime and drugs became my life. The money that we used to sell drugs, it was used to buy guns and to support our drug habits, and to have parties and things like that. 5 packets of tuck, or a couple of rocks, or a couple of buttons. If you're over the age of 18 and so on, you will use children to sell the drugs for you, because they will obviously be under the age, and they will be first offences, and the punishment for the offence won't be so harsh. Peaceful community will then become like a cowboy town. You understand? A lot of gun shooting. There's gun shooting early in the morning, gun shooting mosque time, there will be gun shooting at evening. Started to rob people, started to break in people's houses, started pulling off armed robberies. People get shot and killed and stabbed just for drugs, just for money to get drugs, or just for their personal items, cell phones, rings. My children started seeing me use, and they also started to do crime, started stealing in the shops and so on. And eventually I lost my family. I got divorced. I used to get angry, I used to get violent, I used to break their windows, I used to break the neighbors' windows. You start losing respect for your family members, for your peers, the community. You lose respect for yourself. When you start out, drugs is normally fun and so on, but once you get addicted, then that's when drugs don't become fun, because you need money to support your habit, and the only way that you will support it to support your habit is by resorting to crime, robbing people, and then becoming a menace to society. You'll either end up in jail, or you'll end up in an institution, and eventually it will lead to death. The saddest fact for me is that half of my life, or most of my life, I wasted away in doing drugs and doing crime, and wanting to fit in, wanting to be part of a certain group. Now, whether we're doing good things or doing bad things, but just that sense of belonging, And today I'll be my longing, so I'll be my sense of longing, you understand? Just to be me is my longing today, to be sober, to be crime free. Today I'm no longer using drugs. I'm attending a program at Senka, an outpatient program, for a couple of months now. And my life has changed drastically after getting out of withdrawal symptoms. And I don't use no more, so I don't do crime anymore. And now I want to be a positive member of society. You know, I'm happier. I'm in contact with my maker. I start praying. My children like me. My daughter doesn't tell me, "Daddy, you a loser. You sit by the merchant's house all day anymore." My kids is proud of me. They want to be with me, and just to see them smile makes me happy. See that I'm unemployed now at the moment. I still don't resort back to crime. I don't see that anymore as the only way out. You understand, to get into money. The normal problems that you used to get in life, you will find a better way to deal with it. Because drugs is not the answer. Because when you use, there is a problem. The problem is you using, and there might be other problems in your life. But when you finish using, you're still sitting with their problems, and you didn't find any way to solving it. And by doing drugs, it's definitely not going to solve your problems in life. Life is difficult. Life has never been easy. But life becomes easier when you're not using drugs. Your life is priceless. I choose recovery over addiction. Choose life over death. If you value your life, you will stop using. You will stop doing crime. You will stop becoming a productive member of society.